Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be making this Balkan classic, so stick around for the recipe. So we're going to start off with our cakes in a very large mixing bowl because it does make a lot of batter. I'm going to add my sugar and I'm going to add my oil. Now it does look like a lot of oil, but please keep in mind that this is the only fat that we're using for the recipe. Typically cakes call for half butter, half oil, but here we're only using oil. From there, I'm going to add my milk, and then I'm going to add a packet of vanilla sugar and a packet of baking powder. When it comes to baking, I do recommend using these packets instead of using the can of baking powder because when you use these individual packets, the baking powder is much more fresher, leaving you with a more fluffier type of cake. So then I'm going to add my flour. I'm going to mix this until everything's well combined, and then we're going to proceed to the next step. What I love about this recipe, it's kind of like a dunk and go process. So you just mix everything together and put it in the oven, and then the same goes for the chocolate that goes on top. It's a very simple, easy method of making a very delicious dessert. So here I have my pan that I've lined with some parchment paper. My pan is about 2 inches deep. I'm going to add my batter to the pan. Keep in mind that if you're going to be feeding a lot of people, you want to split this batter in half and then do 2 individual pans of cake. Here I'm just doing 1 individual pan. I made about 20 pieces of cake for this recipe, but if I were to feed a large crowd, I'd definitely split this in half. And you're going to bake this until cooked through, golden brown. Use a toothpick to test out and see if it's cooked through. Alright, so here my cake has cooled off. Now I'm just going to cut the edges of the cake because I want that beautiful nice square. I'm showing you guys right there just how soft the inside is. So I'm going to shape this the best that I can. I want to make at least 20 pieces of cake, and then I'm just going to take my cubes that I formed, that I cut, and I'm going to put them back in the pan that they baked in. And I'm just going to let those cool off just a little bit more. I want this to be completely cool before I proceed into dipping them in the chocolate. So for the chocolate sauce, again, it's super easy. We're going to take our milk, our sugar, and our cocoa, and we're going to mix that together on medium-high heat until everything is combined. And we're going to wait until that milk is heated through and hot. Once that milk is hot, we're going to lower the heat to low, and we're going to add our chocolate chips, and we're going to stir that very fast until everything is well combined. It's a super simple method. So after everything has been heated through, we're going to wait until this bubbles up. Just as it starts to bubble up and come back to temperature, we're going to turn it off and we're going to set it to the side. And now the assembly. So here I have some utensils. I'm taking 2 forks and I'm going to take my cake and I'm going to start individually dipping them into the chocolate. I like to let these sit in the chocolate sauce for at least 10 to 15 seconds so that they can absorb that chocolate sauce, and they'll just be much more chewier, softer, and fluffier if you allow them to sit in the chocolate for a couple seconds. And then I'm just going to go in with my coconut. I'm using coconut flakes that haven't been sweetened, just regular coconut flakes. And then I'm just going to keep repeating this step until I've used up all of my chocolate squares, and I've even used up the corners, or I mean the edges that I cut off in the beginning. So here is the final result for the Cupavci. They came out so amazing. I can't wait to bite into this one. I'm going to cut it open so you guys can see just how moist and how delicious these look on the inside. And it's such a simple recipe. They're so easy to make. And what I love about them is you can split the batter in two, and you can make 2 batches, and you can feed a huge crowd. And it's not that hard to even make. The sauce is really easy. The batter is really easy. You need a couple simple ingredients, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, like this video, share it with your family and your friends. Tell me what you think. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.